The camp of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo has withdrawn today their motion questioning the jurisdiction of the Pasay Regional Trial Court over Arroyo's electoral sabotage case.
Of the authorities and the law, we now concede that this court has jurisdiction of the case.
The Pasay RTC, under Judge Jose Mupas, will now decide on the following: if it will issue a hold or departure against Arroyo, grant her motion for hospital arrest, or order the panel of the Department of Justice and Commission on Elections to resume proceedings. Prior to this, it issued an arrest warrant against Arroyo, consequently stopping her from leaving the country for medical consultations abroad. The lower court seems to have a lot of power right now, and it does, until the Supreme Court speaks up. The SC is scheduled to decide Tuesday, November 22, if the DOJ Comelec panel is constitutional or not.
There are two pending petitions before the court. No? One was filed by the former first gentleman, and then the other was filed by former Comelec Commissioner Benjamin Abalos. But again, these two cases were merely consolidated. No action from the court has yet been made on these two cases. It was scheduled to be taken up last Tuesday to next Tuesday.
The royal couple and former Comelec Chair Benjamin Abalos questioned the panel's legality and also assailed the Joint Committee's alleged lack of independence. Brigadier Dulay, the lawyer of Abalos, says that if the SC decides in their favor, the actions of the DOJ Comelec Joint Panel will be rendered moot.
Pagbigyan ang aming hiling na marinig yung panig namin para ipawalang bisa ang lahat ng proseso na ginawa ng Joint DOJ Comelec Panel. Kaya hindi nangangahulugan na porke naglabas na sila ng mga resolusyon o information ay matatapos na ang kaso namin sa Korte Suprema. Dahil ang resulta nito, ang epekto nito, pag napagbigyan kami ng Korte Suprema, mapapawalang bisa ang lahat ng ginawa nitong Joint DOJ Comelec Panel.
The Pasay RTC agrees that it has no other choice but to submit to the ruling of the highest court of the land.
Let the Supreme Court decide because we are only under by the Supreme Court. So whatever the decision of the Supreme Court, the lower court, the regional trial court will follow.
But the joint panel asserts that it's a valid body because it was duly constituted by the Comelec and by the DOJ. With the issuance of the warrant of arrest, they say the next battleground is now the Pasay Regional Trial Court. But the Arroyos may actually win the war in the Supreme Court. If the High Court declares the DOJ Comelec Joint Panel unconstitutional, all these proceedings, all the issuances from this RTC may also be nullified. This is Romero reporting from Pasay.